Change starts with a decision. No more excuses. It don't have to make sense to nobody else but you and God. Everything that makes you you is why you're so important. Your strengths are the keys to the doors that, guess what, only you were meant to open. We're going to use this 30 minutes to get some stuff done. We're not wasting no more time. There's so many things to do, accomplish, and to grow and build. You don't have to do everything on your own. Join us every Tuesday at 12 noon Central Standard Time. We are not moving forward to this next level in doubt or confusion. This is not easy. This is Penny Owens, founder of Penny Owens LLC, a leadership empowerment consultancy where we are on a mission to empower professionals, small business owners, and corporate teams to live and lead in their authentic purpose, starting with the hearts of leaders and expanding to their teams, environments, and the communities that they influence. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Intentional Tuesdays, and I'm your host, Penny Owens. I'm going to make sure that everything is moving smoothly, calm, or just whatever it's going to be. But welcome to Intentional Tuesdays. I am really excited to have you here. And you know why? Do you know why? Do you want to know? Because this is where we come every week to reset your intentions, to realign your leadership, and to make sure that you stay professional, that you stay the entrepreneur that you are meant to be, that you are the leader that God created. We do this intentionally every single week. So I am excited to be here and a part of your Tuesday, okay, where we bring nothing but the truth with your purpose through intentional setting, through spiritual alignment, and through real actions. So we're going to make sure that you are doing exactly what it is that you were created to do today and tomorrow. Again, I'm your host, Penny Owens, and today we are going to talk about something very important, very important. Let me move this out the way here. So I have multiple screens going. But yes, we're going to talk about something very important. And it's just to remind everybody, and you know this already. You already know this, especially as a leader, you know this. You know how important and how powerful this subject is. But just in case you don't, I'm going to make sure that you do. Now, as a leader, leadership is not just a responsibility to grow ourselves. It's not just about you. It's not. It is our responsibility to discern the gifts in others and to help them develop them, because a lot of people can't necessarily see who they are, okay? True leadership is not about you. It's not just about how many people follow you either. It's about how many people that you empower. How many others can you help build for who they are? Now, we want to make sure that the first thing that you want to do so that you can make sure that you are one of those powerful leaders that are impacting people on a deep cellular level, you need to be able to discern their gifts. You need to be able to see beyond the surface, because every person leads carrying something valuable, a gift, a strength, or a calling. But many people, they don't recognize it in themselves. You just can't see it. And that's where your leadership comes in. You need to be able to see it. You need to have the discernment to identify their gifts. Now, discernment by itself is a spiritual skill. It requires you to look beyond behavior. You need to be able to see potential. And a couple of ways that you can do that is, like, a way that you can actually identify hidden gifts. Guess what? It's easier than you think. It's not so hidden. Like, let's take about the quiet person. The quiet person, they may have wisdom and strategy. Maybe it's a reason why they move that way. They're observing. Or the outspoken person, they may have leadership and influence. Maybe there's a reason why they speak out loud. They are meant to be heard. They got something to say. Or the consistent person, they have discipline and they're reliable. You can count on them to do what it is that they're going to do because they are consistent in that. You have to be able to identify that as a leader because you get to stand in a place and in a position where you are observing the people around you and what it is that they're doing every day, what they're used to on their own. Now, ask yourself this: who around you have you overlooked? Or who around you have you overlooked because their gift looks different than yours? God made us in so many different forms, and there's so many different gifts. We can't all do the same thing and be good at the same thing. That's not why we're special. So, with that truth, who are you not paying attention to just because you don't necessarily relate to the gift that they have in them? Let's go. Just go ahead and think about it. Just think about it, whether it's home, work, in the office, outside. Just who are you overlooking? Great leaders don't just manage people, they see people. And that's the difference. You want to make sure that you are actually identifying what it is this person is all about and what they're created to do. And you have to be observant for that. So, an affirmation that you can say out loud or in your head, whatever way you want to do it, is I have the ability to recognize the gifts in others. Start brewing that within yourself so that you can strengthen that gift, because as a leader, that's what you're supposed to do. Identify those gifts in other people. Another thing that you want to be able to do as a leader, because it's your job, develop the gifts in other people. We have to help others grow intentionally. That's the whole point. If they don't see it, you recognize it for them, but because they haven't seen it, then they may not be prepared to do what is required to develop that gift and to strengthen it the way that it needs to really be used. So you want to make sure that you're there to help them, because seeing the gift, that's just the beginning. Okay. Now comes the responsibility of developing it. Now, 3 ways to develop the gifts that you see in others. Speak life into it. Okay. Sometimes people they need someone to say, I see something in you. All right. Those words unlock confidence, and it unlocks this curiosity to learn about it, that really somebody else sometimes has to turn the key. But what is it that they see? What is it? The second thing you want to do, create an opportunity. Give them space to practice, lead, and grow. All right. You want to help give them the opportunity to develop the required experience, not just encouragement. You can't just tell people, hey, I see something in you, and you don't let them actually do it. They don't see what you see. So you have to put them in position to actually start getting used to it, start to activate it, to feel it, to actually kind of explore it themselves personally. So you create opportunities for them. The third thing that you want to make sure that you do, provide guidance, not control. You have to remember, this may not be a gift that you necessarily hold either. So do some research for them. See what it is that they are good at and what it takes. Get some details for them and then give it to them. Guide them. Don't micromanage them. One, you got plenty of things to do. You are not trying to add anything extra that's unnecessary, because this gift is still their part of their journey. So, but you want to be there to give them the proper start so they can really do it. Growth happens when people are trusted to step into their potential. So you want to make sure that you give it to them and then let them have it, because you can't teach somebody who does not want to be taught, and you have to make sure that it's at their level for where they are. And only they can answer that. Only they understand where they are, their learning habits, the way that they learn, seek, and absorb information. So you gather it, just at least a starting point, and then you give it to them. Let it go. If you don't develop your people, you limit your impact. You're not going to grow as a collective unit if you don't take the time to make sure that everyone grows. Each individual person grows and uses their gifts. Now, God, He gives us gifts because as a leader, you, as a leader, you can help cultivate others' gifts. So he makes sure that you have the tools inside you to see that so that you can help it grow and be an example for them to actually watch and be like, you know, this is possible. I want to do this and I know that it's possible and it doesn't look that hard once I get the hang of it. So another affirmation that you can say to yourself or out loud, whichever one you prefer. I am a leader who develops, not just directs. Leadership is not about telling people what to do. It's about being an example and helping them develop what they need to do for themselves. Now, another thing that you want to make sure that you help others do is you have to be able to strengthen that gift through accountability. All right. You want to make sure that they actually do the steps, follow through. Now, like I said, no micromanaging, but you want to do check-ins, help encourage them, make sure they don't get discouraged with this unknown path. Make sure that they stay the course. Helping others stay consistent, it helps them to get stronger, period. They grow faster, they get more strength in what it is that they're practicing. And that's the part of leadership that's up to you. Because development without accountability leads to stagnation. People get frustrated or they get scared or they just don't know what's to come. So you stay there. Now, 3 ways to strengthen gifts: consistency, encourage them to keep showing up. Don't let them quit. And correction. Give honest, constructive feedback, not criticism, constructive feedback. And third, community. Surround them with others that are going to help them grow. People that you know have been through it, who are proof that this works. Share those people with them. Make sure that they are in a nice group that share that same talent so that they can feel the understanding, so they can feel just that partnership and that true sense of community that you know who I am. You can see me too, and I see you. Help them to stay distracted from any obstacles or just discouragement while they're learning about themselves. Now, accountability is not criticism. It's commitment to someone's growth. You're just making sure that they continue to grow to that potential that you see. When you hold people accountable, you're telling them that I believe you're capable of this, and I believe that you are capable of more. So do not be afraid to challenge people that you are called to lead, because that's the point. Purpose builds strength, and you're not doing this. Pressure builds strength, purpose builds strength. So because you're in that place of leadership, you can help them with both of it. So another affirmation that you can say to help you with this part: I strengthen others by holding them accountable with purpose and care. Remember, you're coming from a good place. So who better to apply that pressure by somebody who cares? Now, when you do these things, it's going to multiply your impact, period. Today, we talked about the responsibility of a true leader. Discern their gifts, develop their gifts, and strengthen the gifts through accountability. All right? Ask yourself, who in your life or your leadership, okay, like I said, personal and professional, in your leadership circle, are you being called to pour into? Who are you overlooking? Who is it that you can help? Who's right there that is already connected to? Leadership is not about building followers. It's about building leaders. That's it. We have that twisted sometimes. You're not here to lead, especially for the rest of your life, and that's the only thing you're going to do. You're here to build leaders so that they can also do that, and it can grow, and the torches just keep getting lit. It is awesome, all right? When you take the time to see, develop, and strengthen others, you create a ripple effect that goes far beyond you, far beyond. Because guess what? Because empowered people empower people. We're not stingy with it. That's not why the Lord made us. That's not the point. So if today's message, if it spoke to you, I just want you to do one thing for me. Reach out to someone this week and affirm the gift you see in them. All right, just highlight it for me. Highlight it for them. Highlight it for us. Now you can follow me for more leadership and purpose-driven insights on Instagram at _Penny Owens and at Facebook at Empowerment Over Sacrifice. And don't forget to share this message with someone who is called to lead. Let's go ahead and get those ripples going. A true leader doesn't just shine. They help others to shine brighter. Period. This is Penny Owens, and I am the founder of Penny Owens LLC, where we empower leaders to live and lead in their authentic purpose. Now, you can join me every Tuesday at 12 noon Central Standard Time. And always remember to lead with purpose in your purpose. And I will see you next week. Bye.